Hello everybody, this is Thor Young with Bear Bull Traders, and I would like to do a recap on my trades today. I traded two stocks today, SAVA and CRWD. I'll do a real quick recap on my trades today just so you guys can see what I was up to today, but otherwise I really want to focus on CRWD and a technique that I've been using for adding lately that's been very helpful for me, and I'm hoping maybe some of you might be able to get a little utilization from it. So first, SAVA, pretty easy opening trades on SAVA. First 15 minutes set up a really nice support level here at $10.37. If the stock broke below that, I was looking to go short. Certainly, if you're looking here on my 1 minute chart, Sava went for VWAP, rejected quite hard, went and broke down, went short, good partials all the way down to 981, pulled back, and I stopped out at break even. Standard operating procedure for me, as you guys know. Came back down here and made a new low below this candle, so as it pulled back, I went short, got a couple more partials, and then again stopped out at break even. At that point, I walked away from SAVA, just really was starting to move around a little bit choppy, and I decided I was going to walk away from it and take a look at CRWD. CRWD, got a great long in CRWD. Took me a couple stabs to get into it, including a nasty shakeout that got quite a few of us in the chat room. But ended up getting long again as it went above VWAP and got some great partials up, and then tried to do an add-in here and took a stop out. And then I actually tried to flip into a short position here for short down, which did not work. So, and took a stop out on that. So now, where we're at is the interesting part, which I wanted to talk about, is what I call free rolling. All right, now free rolling is an adding technique that I utilize in order to extend my trades, but only risking my unrealized profit. Now, what that does is it allows you to kind of stay and move your shares and kind of like leapfrog your shares through a trade. But once you've got profit locked in, it keeps you from jeopardizing that overall profit. And it gives you a really easy way to kind of do that in your mind so that you're not really worried a whole lot. So you can see here I got long at 10.05. And then I got some quick partials right up here at right around 7.52. Now that was already a nice 30-40 cent move, and I took 500 shares, so that was already a really nice start. I still had half of my position at that point, but the stock looked really strong, the L2 looked really strong, so I wanted to add into it. So utilizing the free roll, what you would do is, if you can tell here that the stock started to chop kind of in between in this resistance. So if the top of the resistance here was at like 52.86, and that's what I was looking for to break out. But I knew if it went below 52.65, I wanted to get out. It would be breaking that consolidation. It would be too much momentum. It would probably break all the way back to VWAP and stop me out anyway. So at that point, I know I'm going to get out there one way or the other. So with that in mind, I went ahead and added in a few hundred shares. What this does is it allows me to adjust my stop loss, and instead of having it back at break even at 52.42, I now adjust it so that's below the consolidation level, 52.60. Adds in some shares, I get a break up and partial. Now keep in mind, this doesn't look like a very good risk to reward, but I'm carrying shares from down here. So this partial is off of this shares. These are fresh shares that I'm now going to start partialing up here. So that's why I'm talking about kind of the leapfrog. Although it's one stock, you're almost playing it like two positions, and you're using your unrealized as just this free capital basically now that you can utilize in order to keep inching your way up. So we got partials all the way up here. The stock pulled back. It bounced off of, couldn't make it back down to that consolidation area and ripped right back up. As soon as it made a new high, I went ahead and added in again. Now this time my add-in is going to be the loss of 52.72. So if it loses that sell-off before, don't want to be in there. Again, that new low will probably be too much momentum, and it's going to run back for VWAP or worse. So again, having this clear indication of where you want to get out, and if you're thinking in the mindset of where do I want to get out, not necessarily where do I want to get in, it gives you these really good opportunities. So the new high here gave me indication of strength, so I added in. I got some partials off of my prior shares here because I don't have to wait for more highs, and then we're moving up and partialing. Again, we go into a consolidation area, sells off here. It came back up here. I didn't like adding in here because that was way too far for me to add in. I had to adjust my risk for too far because we hadn't really moved up a whole lot. So I decided not to add in there. But then we came off here, pulled back again. This time we only got to 53.18 and then made a new high. I added in now, adjusting for the loss of that 52.18. So if I got 52.17, again, we're going to make a new low, probably a new 5-minute low. No reason to still be in there, get out. And this time I got a great reward and a great move out of it. So we've popped all the way up here. I got partials all the way up to almost $54. And now we're consolidating with a really large ask at $54 and room to run above it. So all I'm waiting for now, I will not be doing another ad now because I'm well over my profit target, and I'm actually still carrying a couple hundred shares at this point. So I'm still going to go all out now, probably if we lose this level here, and then just be done for the day. So, but otherwise, we're looking for a nice breakout here and another good partial. If I did want to do a free roll, and if we weren't so close to a psychological number like 54, I could add in here and just say if we lose like 53.50, get out, which is probably where I'll get out anyway. So, but it looks right now with these large asks sitting here calling the price at 54, it actually looks like I'm pretty good for a potential move up. So, but we're going to see what happens there. So I hope everybody had a great day. I hope you're all staying green, and I hope my little technique here for adding and extending my trades could be beneficial to you guys. Main rules on it, and remember, only risk your unrealized P&L, and number 2, wait for the sell-off, and if it's close enough to you, then you can add in at that new high. All right. Oh, and it looks like we might be getting a break up here. It's really trying for 54. But keep that an eye on it and wait for that new high. When it gets that new high, you can add in and then adjust your stop loss for the breakout of that. And then it puts you in a really good position to extend your trades. So I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope you're all staying green.